Hi everyone, it's Miss Caldwell talking you through day 20. You have done 20 days of NTI and we are all so proud of you. Also, with it being day 20, that means you finished this packet. So tomorrow, it'll be available online if you use your computer, and if you don't, if you like the paper packets, they're already available at school for you to go and pick up. So, today we have science and social studies. So let's look at science. Today in science, we're talking about ecosystems and food chain. So if you see here with the food chain, it starts with a producer and it ends all the way with a consumer. And the best way to think of it is the primary consumer eats the producer. The secondary consumer eats the primary consumer, and then the tertiary or third consumer eats the second consumer. So with that, I have a little example to show you guys, to talk you through it. So we all know Miss Caldwell loves the ocean, so it's only fair that she shows you a food chain that talks about the ocean. So the sun makes some plants, or like algae, the stuff you kind of see on lakes, and then little creatures eat the algae, which means that this is a producer. And then the thing that eats the producer is called a consumer. And then the small fish eat the little creatures, so that too is a consumer. But, I'm going to write primary. But this would be a secondary consumer because it comes second after the producer. And then from there, we have the tertiary or third consumer that eats, as you can tell, the little fish. And then finally, some of them have more consumers, and since it's a shark, we have to talk about it. This would be the fourth consumer. So think of it as if you consume something, you eat it. So all the consumers eat something. So if you look at it for today's work, as I scroll all the way back down, is the grass eating anything? And if it is, then it's a consumer. But if it's not, then it's a producer. So when you draw and label your food chain, it should start with grass, because grass is the producer. And then you think to yourself, what's the tiniest thing that eats the grass? And then what would be the next tiniest thing, because that would eat the first consumer. Okay? Then you have a second part to this question. It says that there's a new pesticide, so something that kills bugs, and it's decreased the amount of grass. So you have to think to yourself, why would the decrease in grass affect the fox or the tertiary consumer? So, hint, hint, it starts with grass and ends with fox. You have to figure out the two in the middle. So then you're going to come down here and you're going to think, well, if there's less grass, that probably means there's less of something, which then makes it hard for the fox to get its food. So remember, you got to think really hard about how the fox is affected by the grass. Okay? Now remember, if you need any more help, all of your teachers are available to help you, okay? So now we're going to go to social studies. And this is all about geography. You remember Mr. Help and all that fun stuff that we learned with Miss Jones? So you're going to come down here, and it's going to show you all the different areas of the United States. So you have the east, the west, like the desert, the prairie. So we're going to look at our questions, and it says, what is the challenge of living in the desert? So you have to think, the desert doesn't have that much water, so how will that affect you? And then Identify 3 advantages of living near water. So why is it important to live near water? Remember, here's all the water. Why would it be important to people? Then, you have to think, would a city located in a desert or a mountain or near a river have the highest population? And that goes back to using your map of, do you think people would want to live near water or near the desert or on a mountain? And then the same question, but now you're going to find the lowest population. So you're going to think, are more people going to live near water or mountain or desert? And then you're going to think, well, where wouldn't a lot of people want to live? Once again, we are so proud of you for doing so well these past 20 days. Remember, if you have any questions, you can contact any of us. We are here to help you. I hope you guys have a great week this week. And if you need anything, we're here. Okay? Bye.